Hello, my name is Ethan Bergeron, and this is my capstone design for the Capitol Lakes. In the United States, there are currently over 1,300 contaminated Superfund sites on the Environmental Protection Agency's National Priority List. In 2023, the Capitol Lakes in Baton Rouge, Louisiana were added to that list. Since the 1970s, these lakes have had hazardous levels of PCBs and other toxic metals. Today, there is still a health advisory in place to discourage fishing and human contact with the sediment. Through the Superfund process, the EPA is now getting involved and beginning its own remedial investigation. Though the actual cleanup of the site is still years away, now is the time for the Baton Rouge community to plan for the future of the lakes. With two main goals of restoring ecological function and reconnecting communities, this capstone project provides a vision plan for a new Capitol Lakes Park that will one day reintroduce fishing and safe waterfront access in the heart of the sportsman's paradise. This watershed has a rich natural and cultural identity that needs to be protected, as it was once a bayou that flowed directly into the Mississippi River. Today, it is a 55-acre man-made lake system that collects urban and industrial runoff before pumping it into the river. Yet, to this day, the land remains a public open space and also a stopping point for many migratory bird species. If there is no vision put forward, the EPA could potentially cap and fill the lakes, erasing valuable habitat and public natural amenity from the capital city. In this vision plan, the first goal is to restore the lakes to function more like a natural system. Based on the EPA's previous PCB cleanup projects, this design assumes that the top 2 feet of sediment will have to be removed from the lakes and treated off-site. This major disturbance will provide an opportunity to implement green infrastructure systems and build aquatic habitat along the lake edge. There are 3 main strategies to revive the lake system. The first is to preserve the natural forested wetland wherever possible during the cleanup process to maintain biodiversity and the park's natural identity. The second strategy is to add 4 bays and constructed wetlands at all the main inlets. These shallow marsh wetlands will filter out sediment and pollutants from stormwater runoff and prevent the need to dredge the entire lake system again in the future. Continual monitoring of these systems will also indicate where pollutants might be entering the lakes. The third intervention is the littoral shelf, a shallow vegetated zone along the shoreline that acts as erosion control and habitat for wading birds and other aquatic life. This idea of a living lake edge is taken from the nearby University Lakes Restoration Project and has been successfully implemented at the Memorial Park Eastern Glades in Houston, Texas. After the initial sediment removal by the EPA, additional deepening of the lakes will also improve water quality and fish habitat. This dredge material, along with the existing riprap, can be repurposed to construct the wetlands and the littoral zones. The second major goal of this vision plan is to reconnect communities to nature and to each other with bike and pedestrian greenway connections. Previous planning initiatives have proposed a greenway trail that will connect all the way from Southern University to Louisiana State University and farther south. Portions of this have been completed, but there is a missing link here at the Capitol Lakes at the intersection of I-110 and the Kansas City Southern Railway. This project proposes a greenway segment through the Capitol Lakes Park from the downtown greenway to Memorial Stadium Park, reconnecting communities to park space and downtown amenities. There are several other interventions within the park that will enhance both the vehicular and the pedestrian experiences to encourage more interaction with this urban oasis. The first is the park loop, connecting and reducing the existing roads to a 1-lane roundabout will make room for a new bike and pedestrian greenway connector without disturbing the existing live oaks along the scenic drive, and it will separate the lakefront from the existing Veterans Memorial Park. As a result, visitors can easily and safely navigate the park from all 3 directions. The new lakefront will have various park amenities, including looping paths, waterfront boardwalks and gathering areas, shade pavilions and restrooms, fishing piers, kayak and bike rental kiosks, and a boat launch. These amenities will provide recreation and environmental education opportunities to state capitol visitors and locals. The existing Veterans Memorial Park will also be improved with a new hierarchy of paths and a more formal sequence of monuments, while maintaining its flexible event lawns. With a new nature-focused park and a completed greenway trail system, the Capitol Lakes Park will better serve the people of Baton Rouge, bringing them back to nature and to each other. By combining the EPA's cleanup efforts with a strong vision for future development of the site, Capitol Lake Park can set a precedent for environmental restoration and stewardship for the many other Superfund sites across the state and the country. I would like to thank my advisor and community stakeholders for their input and direction on this project.